For today's cup of coffee, we're having sort of an espresso-ish shot because this day has been shit.
It's basically an espresso shot.
It has been a hell of a day.
Mm-hmm. It's been a shit day.
It has, because I took my mother to the ER. It was bad enough after arguing with her for hours. It shouldn't be. But now today's world is different than it used to be. And I think that had the world been the way that it was 3 years ago, there probably would not have been a problem. But there was a problem. And it was a matter of when somebody is in severe pain, usually it's a matter of going, oh, okay, let's go to the ER and find out what's going on. But as it is as it is. Kidney stone. Grateful for the diagnosis. It was kidney stones. Now,
fucking kidney stones. It's always the damn kidney stones.
If you have never experienced a kidney stone, then you're blessed.
Because are hell.
There are those of us that are habitual with the kidney stones for whatever reason. So, anyhow, and people deal with pain differently than others. And I think it has to do with how the nerves are in the kidneys and what can trigger not only the pain, but nausea and other symptoms.
Yeah.
No two kidney stones are the same. They all a little bit different.
They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different.
And if you has a kidney stone, and there's two different types. There's one that is basically, as far as with lactic acid, sort of like the gout we were talking about. It forms, it's almost like a piece of glass.
Why the fuck do we have that in our bodies? Who does that to us?
Well, it's a matter that your body is not filtering the uric acid properly.
Because we're dehydrated.
Part of it. It can come from chronic dehydration. As far as it being an acid, that's the reason they encourage you to drink like lemon juice in addition to lots of water. You know, you can make a lemonade. It's just lemonade. That's not hard.
Lemon.
But another one of the types of treatments historically, I didn't take my Strattera today. I didn't have time. Is black cherry juice. Historically, I am not a doctor. I am not giving medical advice about anything.
I mean, hell, even if without the medicinal, what the fuck ever, it's cherry juice. Who doesn't like to drink cherry juice?
Well, that is historically...
It's delicious.
One of the things that has been used to treat and or prevent gout and arthritis. And you can eat cherries.
Well, like I said, who the fuck cares about the medicinal?
There's some people that don't like cherries.
It's cherry juice.
Some people don't like cherries.
Those of you who do not like cherries, there is something wrong with you.
The cranberries also, because they are slightly acidic, which helps break down the uric acid.
Yeah, I don't like cranberries that much.
Well, and then there's the other kind, which is like the calcium deposits and or the limestone. It literally, they are stones. And the region that we live in Southwest Virginia, is known as the limestone belt and or the kidney stone belt. Yeah.
Great. We love that.
But, you know, I've had a water filter for years. And after the third, fourth, fifth one I had, my doctor's like, you need to get a water filter. I said, I have one. He's like, it ain't working. So I did get another type of filter.
And it has a meter or whatever.
Right. It's one of the, what is it, zero?
Yeah, it's zero water.
Whatever. And my problem is that I'm usually doing something or whatever to where I don't take proper care of myself. And that includes hydrating myself properly. Because I have a tendency to drink things that dehydrate you. Caffeine it's a diuretic. So I need to balance out drinking a bottle of water in between my cups of coffee.
I don't think people realize how damaging caffeine actually is to one's body.
Well, but it also has benefits.
Oh, yeah, it has benefits. But
yeah.
But it also can be detrimental to your body if consumed too much.
Anything can be detrimental to your body if consumed too much, including water. Mm-hmm. You can die from drinking too much water. It flushes out your cells, all the electrolytes, everything like that.
Balance it out.
Sure. It's like that lady many years ago that was in radio contest.
Uh-huh.
And that it was a matter of them seeing how much water that they could drink. And it was for some kind of gaming system, and she wanted it for her son. And so she drank the most water, and she died.
That's
because
sad.
Well, people do stupid stuff. The radio station very much was responsible for that. They should have done their research to find out whether or not that was dangerous.
Yeah.
And all it would have taken would have been, call or to a doctor or an ER or something like that and say, hey, thinking of doing this. Because even if the internet was not a thing like it is today, Google search, they could have asked somebody.
Yeah.
So
very much so.
Anyhow, when I was in radio, I know somebody ate a worm or something.
Somebody ate it.
Now that was not my idea.
Gross.
It was gross. It was gross to sit there and watch somebody do that.
It's like you ate a fucking worm, dude.
For a t-shirt.
For a t-shirt. For a fucking t-shirt, you ate a worm.
I'd say that individual probably would have just, for shits and giggles, anyhow, have eaten the worm.
Probably.
There are those people out there.
Yes, there are. And there are those people that eat glass as a party trick.
That don't do any of that. That's stupid. If you need attention that badly, seek professional help. For real. There's a number in the description box.
You're on My Strange Addiction.
Oh, that goes into verging on Darwin Awards. We may do that one day.
Yeah, it was harming him pretty bad.
Oh, dear God. What kind of a world have we gotten into that people don't know? Just horse sense.
I mean, that was the early 2000s too, so... Horse sense.
Humans are stupid animals won't do that. Animals won't do that.
People have always been stupid, though.
Not all of them, but
not all of them, but there have always been stupid people.
Natural selection.
Yes.
We have taken over as far as, we were afraid to let natural selection happen. Mm-hmm. And it was to our detriment.
Yep.
Anyhow, we're going to, when Emily came home and found out that our stalker had visited yet again, no trespassing signs somehow people think that doesn't apply to them, even when they've been told don't come on the property anymore.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to have to deal with tomorrow, which I don't want to deal with. I never wanted to have to deal with this ever. Ever.
Who does?
Anyhow.
Who wants to deal with this shit?
So it's just this, pray for us. We ask for prayers daily. We're asking y'all to pray for us because God knows we need it.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be talking about the giant of Afghanistan today, and that was in Kandahar. Have you heard of this before?
No.
And it was interesting because the stories that I was able to find about this were a lot of people had made videos about it, so there was no transcript. The one website, which was from Steve Quayle, it was behind a paywall. That makes me question right there. Anytime that you're putting stories and stuff behind a paywall, that makes me a little bit...
Yeah, that is suspicious.
It is suspicious. So, this comes from a website called Crytidz, and of course the description will be there in the, description box. The description will be in the description box. The link will be in the description box. It's, like I said, it's been a long day. I didn't tell them about what I stepped in when I first got to the hospital. Don't talk about it. My shoes have been sanitized.
Dang it.
I felt like I was working at the jail again. I really did.
Did you ever take your second bath?
Not yet. Not yet. I have...
You didn't fall in it. You just stepped in it and you feel like you need to completely
disinfected
cleanse yourself.
And that's why another reason I had to get out of nursing. Anyhow, the giant of Kandahar was supposedly an enormous humanoid creature allegedly encountered and killed by a group of American soldiers on the mountainside in Afghanistan. And they just gave a summary and a description. It says that Stephen Quayle spoke of an occurrence which is still classified by the U.S. government in his popular radio show Coast to Coast. Well, that's not his show.
No.
That is George Norrie's now. And Steve Quayle has been a frequent guest on, Coast to Coast. I think he was on it even back when Art Bell was alive.
It was Art Bell's show.
So how much can I trust this that they didn't even know that was not his show?
I don't see that as a credible source, but
But that's what I had. It's what I had today. So I'm rolling with it. But I have done other research. I just don't have references for it. And the events allegedly happened in 2002 in a desert part of Afghanistan. Is there any other part of Afghanistan that's not desert?
I don't know. I haven't studied up on Afghanistan.
Anyhow, when a U.S. Army squad went missing, a Special Ops Task Force, branch unknown, possibly Rangers considering that the missing squad was Army, was sent to find out what had happened, and the soldiers walked along a ragged mountainous trail until arriving at the entrance of a large cave. Pieces of broken U.S. military equipment and gear were scattered all along the clearing. The task force was about to enter the cave to explore its recesses when a 12 to 15 foot tall, red-headed, six-digited, double-toothed humanoid emerged and attacked the soldiers. The giant impaled Dan, one of the members of the company, with a giant spear and proceeded to attack the rest of the squad. The witness states that it took 30 seconds of continuous fire to down the giant. Now, between them, the squad was armed with full auto M4 carbines, recon carbines, semi-automatic, and M107 Barrett? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
Barrett anti-material. I don't know if it's talking about Berettas or what. Anti-material rifles firing 50 MGB. This much firepower concentrated on one target for 1 second, let alone 30, would be extremely destructive. I don't know whether this person knows what they're talking about on this or not.
I don't know.
That's beyond my 12 gauge and my Glock 40. I don't know. And according to the witnesses, the giant wore canvas or animal hide covers to protect its feet like moccasins, and it smelled like dead bodies.
Oh, ew.
Now, were they really close enough, other than Dan, who had been shish kebabbed, to smell this thing?
Possibly.
Maybe. I don't know. It says the creature's body was airlifted back to the squad's base by a helicopter and net. From there, it was loaded into an aircraft and taken away, never to be seen again. Upon their return, the soldiers were made to sign non-disclosure paperwork to stop the word spreading of their encounter. The witness states that he broke his silence because, quote, people have the right to know what's happening on our planet, end quote. Now, that's a pretty good synopsis, other than the going on about what kind of weapons that they had there.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much the story that I had heard. And what they were referencing as far as the color of the hair and the fact that it, polydactylism, Nephilim, that were some of the traits of the Nephilim, was that they had 6 fingers and 6 toes. Of course, they were very, very large. And historically, there were some of these skeletons that have been found that had red hair in places where the skeletons were not supposed to have red hair.
Yeah.
And this person is claiming that it's a hoax and says that the Department of Defense has no record of the incident.
Right.
Now, no shit. Now, is this some just totally naive child that wrote this?
I think it was someone's... I don't fucking know, dude. There's a reason why it's behind a paywall.
We're from the government, and we're here to help you. Right. Anyhow, it says, L.A. Marzulli, an author, blogger, and filmmaker, is believed to have created or heavily influenced this legend. Now, L.A. does quite a bit of stuff with the Nephilim. other sort of fringe Christianity subjects. I admit that. Same thing with Steve Quayle. But trust me, if Marzulli didn't twist Quayle's arm on this, if this were a hoax. And I love LA. I really do. He does have some interesting stuff. There is an element of used car salesman with him.
Just a little bit.
But I don't think he's a bad guy. And some of his videos, which I do have, especially when he was talking about the abductees and everything, and he's got a series that's called In Their Own Words. That is very much worth watching.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got another one that was, where people had videoed different sightings of things, and especially, I can't remember, it was in one of the Middle Eastern countries, that there were these light beams on top of this building. And that was pretty freaky. And so there were quite a few other things within some of these DVDs and stuff that he has.
Okay.
So, and some of the things you can watch for free on like Amazon Prime.
Nice.
Same thing with some of Quayle's work. So, could it have happened? Yes. Do I believe that there are giants? We know that there were giants. And in some of these very remote locations on our earth at this point, could there be other giants? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, watch what caves that you go to. Don't get skewered.
Don't get shish kebab.
Right. So, I don't know. The fact that it did have the Nephilim things, the fact that they supposedly...
Rotisserie chicken.
Really? That they transported it. Well, the government has been known to transport lots of things. That's the whole point about wanting disclosure.
Right, exactly.
So God love them. Like I said, that must have been like a 12-year-old or something that wrote that.
They were trying to make a serious article.
That it has to be a hoax because the government has no record. Ever hear of Area 51? Ever hear of Roswell? Ever hear of any of this stuff? Ever hear of stuff that's going on today? Lots of it.
They're making it harder to find out about that stuff, though.
Oh, no, there's been quite a lot of that stuff has been released. Not necessarily from the Defense Department, but as far as CDC and some of these other things. Oh, yeah, you can go to the website and research and it's right there, hidden in plain sight. So anyhow, the cats are making me crazy. The cats are just where they're in the house. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 40s. They're going out for a while.
Even though it's in the 40s.
It's
still
warm,
cold.
and they have fur coats on. While it's in the 40s, they can go out, and if there's any sunshine, let them enjoy it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So that's the sort of kind of espresso shot, just due to time. Did not have the time today to finish editing about Aleister Crowley.
Well, it's not just that. It's like we literally did not have a chance to do much of anything.
No, that was it. That's a day's work.
But that was what was most important.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
It was a matter of priorities. Always.
Yeah.
Always. And I'm grateful that it was nothing more than a kidney stone.
Oh,
not
me too.
minimizing a kidney stone, but my God.
Well, kidney stones.
God love you, Joe. I thought of you, honey.
I don't think anyone has died from a kidney stone.
No, but they've had to have surgery. There are different ones that they can hook in to the kidney, which is that there's no way that they could pass them. It's yeah.
Fucking hell, that's horrible.
It is. Drink water.
Drink water.
Hydrate yourself.
Water? Did you say water?
Water.
Water? Are you Canadian now?
No. That was
Skater boy? What are you talking about?
No, that would be Crazy Funny Cats.
Sorry, I've been watching.
It's like
I've been watching a lot of South Park, and you know how they make fun of the Canadians.
And it's okay.
And
it's all right. It's okay to make fun of other people's dialects. And it was just like Blue was telling me, it's like the way you said plaque was weird. And it's there's a way I say lots of things that is weird.
Plaque.
I don't know.
Is that not how you say it? It's plaque.
Well, it just, like I said, it was
Of course, then again, how do you say plaque?
plaque. I don't know
if we say it the same way or not.
I don't know.
Considering we do not have the same accent most of the time.
I know that people make fun of me the way I say stupid.
Stupid.
See?
Idiot.
That gang grunts, they say it the same way that I do. So anyhow, we did try the series about mountain speak for a while, but that didn't.
About mountain speak.
Well, I don't know. So if you've got experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, giants out in the desert or any place else.
Yeah.
If you've got local, regional family myths, legends, I would ask if anybody's ever stepped in anything nasty, but no, I don't want to hear about it.
Everybody has stepped in something absolutely horrendous.
I just didn't. I mean, I'm one of these people, when I open the door and to get out of the car, I do not automatically look down, and my God, at this point in life, it looks like I would have learned. But apparently not. Apparently not.
I think I've tried to tell you.
Oh, so anyhow, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Do you look where you step when you get out of a car?
Look before you leave. Know that you're very loved and appreciated, and we really do. We appreciate anybody that takes the time to listen to these little videos, podcast thingies, whatever it says that we do.
It's a thing.
And we try to bring some entertainment.
Yeah.
Maybe some mirth, something to ponder, all those things.
We love mirth. We love ponder.
We do, because you got to laugh at some of this stuff because you get tired of hearing yourself bitch and whine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, you all just have a beautiful, blessed day, and we'll see you on the next cup. Barring unforeseen.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that little notification button. Yes.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.